My Wraith is a bit damaged. I think I'm going to go grab his one. Almost too easy, isn't it? Hello and welcome to another legendary solo no deaths run through Spartan Ops. This is episode 5, Memento Mori, and this is chapter 5, Spartan Thorne on the map The Quarry. Starting Spartan Ops, the first half of it, and ending on the same map.
Roland, any more info on Thorne's whereabouts? The elite carried him out of surveillance range.
The existence of this mission was the reason I decided to go with a Gorse Hog on the very first mission rather than the Wraith, because this mission turns into a big Wraith mission. Pretty much the only thing you have available to you. There's a few ghosts around, there's a few warthogs way off in the back of the map. First job is to acquire a Wraith. Your initial waypoint is up on the mesa next to me. But again, I'm going to go left, just like the very first Spartan Ops chapter. Unfortunately, there aren't ones just lying around for me to take just here. So I'm actually going to have to be a bit more proactive and take one from these elites. That's getting a bit close. There we go. Now the gunner's dead. There's an elite on a turret here that I want to take out as well, so he doesn't shoot me while I'm trying to board the Wraith. Oh, that's a bit close too. Looks like he wants to get in the gunner's seat. Ah, the Wraith's a bit stupid today. Should have tried to splatter me there. Would have completely had me there. Sword is not what you want, mate. There you go. Wraith is now mine. Now in this mission I hadn't yet unlocked the Wheelman perk, but if you have it, you might as well equip it and help you along on this mission. If there's more than one of you, having a secondary gunner with the gunner perk would be slightly helpful. So just got to make my way through all these bad guys up onto this little rock in the middle of the area here. Then I'm going to go down to the other side of the map, take out some enemies there. Then it's going to go into a sort of little mini firefight segment where lots of phantoms and dropships are going to come down. It's going to escalate from just a few ghosts, a few elites, a few grunts. More enemies are going to come in, there's going to be some Wraiths, there's going to be a whole bunch of hunters that we're going to have to cut through as well. And there's going to be a whole phantom full of suiciding grunts at some point in there. Then once I'm finished with all that, I'm going to make my way back over to this mesa, and that's going to be the end of the mission. Lots and lots of enemies to get through first though. And it's no scorpion tank, so it's going to take a few shots to kill some of these enemies sometimes. It's almost suggested that you go straight up to this waypoint straight away, but I don't think that's a good idea. I think it's always best to bring more firepower. A few grunts and elites with few rod cannons that you're going to have to worry about. Other than that, it's not really a big deal. Such as up here. I think one of those guys has a few rod gun. There we go. Or is it two? Oh dear. Okay, that's definitely two guys. Ouch. Here's where the Wheelman perk would have come in handy. Let me recharge health a bit quicker. Vehicles do actually have health in Halo 4. It's a bit like Reach, where you have several different buckets, and your health can recharge within that bucket, but once the bucket is completely empty, it can't recharge past that bucket. Kind of like how the health worked for your player in Halo Reach, but you can't actively see it properly for the vehicles. It's just sort of vaguely indicated by how damaged it looks. So hit the button, running away now. Lots of enemies going to come. I'm going to go over here, use this nice big rock to give me a bit of defense. If there's like 3 or 4 of you, 2 of you could probably go down all the other way to the other end of the map. There's a warthog there you can pick up, can run around in that, put down some extra fire. Probably a better choice than trying to use a ghost, that's not going to help too much. And of course once extra wraiths show up later on, then you can also use those to your advantage. If you have a couple of wraiths shooting at a phantom, it won't last long. Should be able to get at least 3 wraiths operating throughout the course of this mission. See, there's another wraith over there. But my wraith is currently a bit damaged, so I'm going to exchange it for his. He's being fairly aggressive with me. Once I get in close enough, he's not going to fire at me. Get in the gunner seat, that forces him out. And he's actually running away. That's very rarely happens actually. Switching over to a new wraith was not necessary, but I just thought I might as well while I had the opportunity. I can see a few dots on the edge of my motion tracker. Ah, there we go. Miller tells me to keep my eyes open because there's more Covies. There's always more Covies.
There is a higher than average number of enemy forces in this area.
Now we're being directed down to the other end of the map.
Like a Spartan. Yep.
Looks like there's a couple of ghosts on that phantom there. Single Wraith Blast will take them out pretty easily on Legendary. So I'm not managing to arc my race shots very well. Ouch. That was more damage than I wanted to take. Oh! Oh, I lost some armor. So here, this is where it basically turns into a sort of mini firefight segment. Just gonna have multiple phantoms coming down, and this is very reminiscent of an earlier mission where you actually get a scorpion tank. That was much easier to deal with. Same place, different tank, similar enemy setups. Whoops, just gonna get around these barriers. Bunch of ghosts that like to pile up around here. Can't seem to get over these little rockery here very well. They're a little bit stupid. What's that? 3 ghosts all lined up next to each other? Using this little rock to give me some cover. They should have gone the long way around. Come round up behind me. Might have lasted longer. Rather than standing still there. Not a smart thing to do. So apparently in this mission we were chasing the ID signal of Spartan Thorne. Very intelligent member of Spartan Majestic who decided to touch the Forerunner artifact that de-resed the scientist just a couple of episodes before. Then he got de-resed, and apparently that's a new type of transporter system. Oh. Apparently future sandbag walls are very tough these days. Rocket launcher, sniper rifle in that box. I'm gonna keep with the tank.
Where's Thorne? I've confirmed that Spartan Thorne isn't here. Then where the hell is he, Roland?
Surprise, surprise, Spartan Thorne wasn't there.
Dalton, I need a ride home for Crimson. Gonna be a few on that request. Drop pods incoming.
So here we go. Phantoms, 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 drop pods, drop pods, drop pods. Especially when they're down here, it's incredibly simple to take them out. Whoop! Oh, some snipers. They're not going to be able to do too much damage really. Triple kill! Yeah, there we go.
Hostiles inbound.
Don't know why they feel the need to defend this sort of makeshift UNSC fortification. Well, it's not even a fortification, is it? It's just some platforms. In fact, they look exactly the same as the ones in another chapter.
Drop pods coming down near your position, Crimson.
So, not much to strategy here, just keep an open space, keep attention to where the chevrons are coming up, or little red indications on your HUD and on the motion tracker. Apply copious amounts of mortars to anything that looks like it might be moving. Looks like that Jackal's got a bit stuck there. Let's put him out of his misery. There's another Wraith there, if I felt like having another one. My Wraith's a little bit smoky, but it'll do for now, I think. Do you know what, I'll change over anyway. So this is all based on enemy death, you just got to get through them. So obviously in COP, if you have more than one Wraith going at one time, maybe a Ghost if you feel like it, that's probably going to be your last option, to be honest. Maybe a Warthog, be able to cut through them pretty quick. 3 Wraiths going at this absolutely murders everything. I think probably 10 minutes was an okay time. First bit can be a little bit difficult to get through, especially with inexperienced people. Could be a while before it comes back around in matchmaking though. So unless you got some friends that you want to play Spartan Ops with, you're going to be playing it on your own. Fjord Gun Grunt should spend more time shooting and less time floating in the air. Oh, good dodge though from this one. And that elite chooses the exact same place. That's very intelligent. This level suffers a bit from being too wide and open and flat. Not enough sort of interesting differences in elevation. It's a bit too simple.
Phantom inbound.
So surprise, surprise, more enemies. What fun gifts have you got for me this time? Ooh, elites and grunts and jackals. Lots of them, all in the same place. Very smart tactical maneuver that was. There's no way the tank is going to blow you all to pieces. That's another one of the things that I think would be a good improvement for Spartan Ops. Actually make it so that enemies don't come down in one big block.
Just a few Covies left. I'll get markers on them.
Because if you're on your own and you've got a big weapon, you just take them all out all at once, and then that's not very interesting. And if there's more than one of you, then you're fighting over a bunch of kills that are all in the same place, just like these bunch of suicide grunts. Well, they would go suicide if they had a chance, and they weren't killed instantly. And they're all gone. So we're drawn over here a little bit, but that's just a trick, it's just a little lull before even more come down, stepping up the game even more. There's going to be a few Wraiths, I think, and there's going to be some Hunters as well, lots of Hunters. So by that point, you would actually be able to get Wraith number 4 if you're playing in 4-player co-op.
Don't relax yet. You've got more hostiles headed your way.
Looks like I got 2 Wraiths there, coming down on these Phantoms.
That I can do.
3 Wraiths in fact. Maybe you could take one each. Oh, the Wraith is actually blocking the shots while he's dropping off these hunters. Hunters are a little bit tricky to take out with the Wraith because of how it arcs. You have to try and get them in their face. Don't want to hit their shields too much because that reduces the amount of damage that it actually does, as you would expect with a shield. To avoid the Wraith mod, you just have to strafe side to side with your own Wraith. That's no problem at all. Same thing with the Furod guns from the Hunters. And they're not very good at coming at you all at once, sort of overwhelming you, and keeping that distance in between them so you can't take them out all at once from splash damage. See, these guys are way too close. I should be a tactical advisor to the Covenant military machine. I'd do a much better job than Julandama or whoever it is that's in charge at the minute. And then when they come round this corner to you, up the ramp from that area, they all congregate right next to the rock face there. Not a good idea. Oh look, apparently they've dropped some weapons for us, some Spartan lasers. But really, you should have had multiple Wraiths by this point, especially if you're in co-op. So that's really just a last resort. A couple of lasers to both the Wraiths and the Hunters will take them out. You get 4 shots with each laser. And they do actually respawn pretty much infinitely as far as I know. That was Wraith number 3 down pretty easily. And just a few more enemies to clean up. These Hunters don't know what they're doing, trying to hide. Actually just makes it easier for me to hit them since they can't strafe properly or dodge or do anything. And good night. All done. Just got to go back to the original mesa that we were right next to.
Where you want it? Put her down right here. Should be safe.
Apparently now we know it's safe. Covenant have given up attacking this random location where there just happens to be one Spartan in a tank. And that's the end of the first half of Spartan Ops, basically. Lots of enemies dead on that mission. Just going to take a little shortcut up this hillside. Hit the button. Hit the load zone.
653, I have visual on Fireteam Crimson, touching down at LZ.
Yay, we're getting out of here. Nothing could go wrong now, right? Oh my god. Oh no, what's gonna happen?
Spartan Miller, this is pretty bad. Incoming enemy
Uh-oh.
forces, numerous. Define numerous, Roland. A lot. Maybe all of them? Oh boy.
I thought there was going to be some sort of big fight here. Well, you'll find out what happens in the next chapter. Spoilers. Quick look at my time. 18 minutes 59. Well, there was 151 kills, no deaths, as you would expect from these videos. Have fun with it. Previous and the next chapter on the left and right if you want. Placed in the middle. So, see you guys next time.